gang? Welcome back to the first, the best, and the most awesome pre-post game show on the World Cup. Stephen Turner, how are you?
I'm well. Been watching some interesting football this weekend.
Oh my gosh, we got to hear about it. And we are here to talk about Group G. It's Brazil, Korea, North Korea, Ivory Coast, and Portugal. What do you think about, first let's talk about what went on this weekend, and then what do you think about this group?
In England, a black day. I should be wearing my armband. Chelsea ran out very narrow winners. It was only 8-0.
Yeah. Anyway, sorry Chelsea fans, we don't share your enthusiasm. But anyway.
But at least you were more entertaining this season than you have been in past seasons.
Sure.
So I'll give that to your credit.
Nice. Well, hey, Brazil, this is an exciting group. And we've got to talk to you quickly about Brazil, North Korea, Ivory Coast, and Portugal. There are some success strategies that we need to share with you. So Brazil, don't be thinking that they're just going to run away with this group. There are some contenders. So North Korea, they're commies, but they can play well.
Hey, what's wrong with commies? You wouldn't be saying that if it was a fascist country, would you?
Well, I thought it was.
And so they could be the spoilers in the group.
Okay. And who knows, you know, a communist country like this showing up virtual unknowns, if they don't pee in a cup before this, you know, they could be playing. But who knows?
I have no idea what he means by that, but he obviously has a totally misconception about communism. But we won't go. The sad thing to me about the Brazilians is their coach Dunga is very, very much has cast aside the whole idea of Brazilian flair and the samba football they were well known for, and a much more cautious, functional approach.
Sterile.
He could be a German coach, actually.
Really? Yeah.
But, I mean, and typified by the fact that today we had the bad news that Ronaldinho has been left out of the squad. He had a personal feud. Didn't perform perhaps as well as he could 4 years ago. And I have a feeling that Dunga doesn't like individuals who stand out. And he's more of a team player. But for those of us who thrill to see somebody like Ronaldo do his tricks and his magic, it's a great pity that he's only 28, 29, and one of the world's greatest players isn't even going to get a chance to appear.
Yeah, and he didn't appear during Confederations Cup either.
Right. And I have, this row's been brewing for a while. I have a feeling if Brazil go on and win, which they've got a fair chance of doing, win the tournament, everyone will forget Ronaldinho. If Brazil stumble and fall, Dunga's out, and everyone's going to regret leaving a great individual player, magical player like Ronaldinho out of it.
And a team player. You know, Dunga likes Kaká, Juan, and Julio Cesar has been playing
he's
for
a real
long time.
veteran.
Yeah, and if you want to see a good picture of Julio Cesar in this blog, you should check a couple blog posts back. There's a great picture of him looking backwards in the net, getting a ball out that the U.S. put in there during the finals of the Confederation Cup. No, no, it was a legitimate, awesome goal. But anyway,
that's the first. Yeah.
No, there's some good stuff that are going to happen. So anyway.
One thing I will say, you know, you've got the number 1 ranked team, number 2 ranked team in the world now. Spain's displaced them, but you've got the number 4 team. You've got the best team probably in Africa at the moment. That's a tough group, and I think it'll all come down to the first game is Portugal against Ivory Coast, and that's, you know, in most groups when you go into the first game isn't all important. You know, you can get by with drawing or whatever, but both those teams want to win that game. But I'm plugging for Brazil, number 1, and Ivory Coast to go through, and I think Ivory Coast could go on a long way in this tournament.
Well, anyway, I'm hoping that Portugal goes through. but I'm expecting Brazil and Ivory Coast or Portugal.
I'd like all three to go through. So if the FIFA can just change the rules, it'd be really good. It's a shame that one of these teams has to go out.
But anyway, look forward to G when we wrap up the pre-post game segment, and then looking forward to H, the final
group.